Hey there. Today I'll be showing Loubby AI's payroll solution that's built to help global teams manage their remote workforce. So if your company has talent located in any emerging market or in African countries, we've built a very robust and easy to use solution that you can use to pay different types of employees, contractors, freelancers that are hired from Africa. And we've also built a lot of productivity tools around that as well. I'll be showing those in different videos, but the focus of this video would be for our payroll. So essentially, I'm going to show you how to set up a payroll. There's different kinds of payrolls that you can set up for your team, depending on the structure of your team or the type of employment. We'll have a different video where we'll talk about employment classifications and how that applies to different regions, in emerging markets. But generally, how you look at payment is you either have like a full time employee that is going to be paid on regular cadence every month, every biweekly, every week, or semi monthly, whatever cadence you want. So they're full time, and that's a different employment classification. And we have an option for that salaried here. We have an option for hourly. So if you have contractors that are paid based on the hour, how many hours they've worked. We have a framework that we've built that will basically pull out the real hours they've worked out of their timesheet model, which I'll demo as well, probably in a separate video. We have milestone based. So think if you have a project that is going to probably span across, maybe weeks or months, but you definitely want to pay them based on deliverables. You can break down your project into milestones and say, hey, when you finish this feature, we'll pay you a milestone. Finish this feature, we'll pay you the next milestone, and so on and so forth. Almost kind of like the Upwork model. And then we have one-offs, right? So if you have, a one-time payment or something you want to pay somebody for outside of the regular payment cycle, you could also use one-offs for even full-time employees if they require some sort of payment that's outside of their payment cadence. So I'm going to go over them really fast. Very easy to set up. So I'll start with salaried. So you give your payroll a name. Let's call this employee employee monthly, or we can say you can select your pay period. It's usually monthly for African countries and other emerging markets for the most part. So you can do a start date. We're just gonna pick something. Make let's say it starts on Monday, and then you can um, have that there. Um, so this is going to be the next payroll date. If it starts on Monday, then that's the next payroll date. So this basically just pre-filled for you. And the next thing you have to do would be to add whoever needs to be in this payroll. So you're basically it's kind of like a container that you can use to bucket like a group of employees that needs to be paid at the same cadence. So in this case, it's going to be monthly. You want payments to go out every month. We already have all the list of employees that are onboarded into the platform, so you can just choose them and see how much you need to pay them, and boom, it's all set up for you. So you can add multiple, folks that way, and um, you know, um, pay them that way. Just putting random figures here. Create payroll. So once you do this, it's as easy as set it automated, or you come here and run it yourself every month. Just click run, and it basically just dispatches it to them. We have integrated payment options. You can put your card. You can put your bank account. We have other options as well that you can use to send out payments as well. On the other side of the coin, they can receive money in dollars if they have a dollar account. They can also receive money in their local currencies if they prefer to do it that way. And the rates are basically standard market rates. So we have like really great rates for that as well. Right. So we just talked about salaried. Next is hourly. Hourly is pretty much the same idea. I'm not going to try to fill the form, but you can basically fill it the same way I filled the last one. I think the thing that is different about this is it's essentially going to pull in the actual hours that the employees have worked for that week or for that month or for whatever cadence you choose. It's going to pull it out from our timesheet module, which is also an elaborate way to collect actual time worked. And we'll have a different demo for this. But you would see that it's pretty easy to, get the real hours that people have worked and basically calculate the payment off of that. So yeah, we'll talk about this in a different video. So I'll go back to payroll. The next option we have is the hourly option. And sorry, I think I talked about hourly. Apologies for that. Next is milestone. So milestone base is, like I said, you want to pay based on certain deliverables. You can just say build dashboard MVP. Let's say that's what you want to do. You select whatever team members need to be paid here. Um, and then the next thing you need to do is select the person, obviously, whoever is leading the team. Let's say the milestone is going to start on Monday and end in 2 months' time. Pretty straightforward to set up. I'm going to call this M1. I'm going to say the due date is in a month's time. I'm going to say whatever amount it is that is. Then you can add different milestones, and so you can give some descriptions about the milestones, and so on and so forth. uh, you can configure it. There's a lot of flexibility on how you can configure this. And then you can make it sequential, so obviously M1 with milestone 1 from milestone 2 and all that. Next, it gives you a total and you create a project. So it's that easy. It's to send reminders when it's time for the milestone to send reminders to you to pay. Once you have everything set up that way, it actually helps you. You can set it up to pay automatically, and you can also set it up where you actually go in there and pay yourself once the milestone has been approved. The next thing I was going to show. So for milestone base, you can see we have different tabs here. Um, Milestone is also something that can be set up both ways. So your contractor can set up milestones, and you can basically come in here and reject the milestone or approve a milestone. We have a way for you to get invoice once it's been paid, close projects, and all that stuff, good stuff. So there's a lot of flexibility around the way you can actually use milestones as well. Once you approve of the milestone, it basically goes to the active. And the other one, last thing that we can set up as far as payroll option is one-off payments. Pretty straightforward. You have something that is outside of the payment circle, or you have a one-off expense. We also have an expense module we'll talk about in a different video, but this is almost like it's not like an official expense. It's like something you want to pay that is outside of your regular payment circle. You can just pay a one-off ad pays, and it's easy to create. Once you give it a title, you can. So let's say one of let's say um, um, like event, and then we can say uh, choose it, and then we create very easy that way. Um, you can add notes or whatever. So that's how OneUp works. Yeah, so you can see that as far as payment goes, you have a lot of flexibility and a lot of different options that you could use to make payments for your remote teams. I hope you try it out and leave comments, give feedback. We have an easy way for you to give feedback so we can keep on improving the products for you. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.